Sound of Freedom follows Tim Ballard, played by Joe Cavianza. I can't remember your man's name. And he's been. So, first of all, that man has been in Passion of the Christ, and that's his most famous. And another thing to know going in is Mel Gibson is an executive producer on this film. So, the film features Tim Ballard on a mission to save a dad's daughter from essentially child traffickers. And this film has been very controversial because of its themes of child trafficking and um, a lot more. I don't know why I can get away here on YouTube, so just trying to play it safe with what the main theme is. And this is a disturbing movie. This is a disturbing movie, and many people will tell you that I'm not an easy guy to get disturbed, but this disturbs you. This disturbs you. Because it's a real issue, and sadly, it's a real issue, and it's the second highest illegal crime besides drugs, which is very sad. Now, the film is not trying to promote it in any ways, it's actually trying to take a look at how maybe we could fix it. I know at the end of the film, there was a QR code that popped up on the screen to help raise awareness to this movie, and this movie was made by the staff and crew to help raise awareness of child trafficking. Um, and talk about a film that takes you through hell and back again. One of the best quotes from the movie, just out of context, is God's children are not for sale. And it's certainly the scenario in this movie. This is a slow burn, though. It has more in common with films like Schindler's List than it does Saving Private Ryan. The film is 2 hours and 15 minutes in length, and the film has this very kind of dark undertone at the start, and you kind of feel a bit hopeful at the start, like maybe he'll do it. As the film progresses, you grow more and more desperate along with the character, and there's only one or two scenes that drag on for a bit too long, but that's kind of the raw exception. Sound of Freedom is just in general a really well made movie. Wish we would get more of these in the future, but if Hollywood's media and press are anything to go by, then looks like it'll be a big uphill battle for Sound of Freedom. But if we judge it by the box office, looks like Sound of Freedom might get its glory day, beating Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 at the box office, taking up most of the shares. And it's just great to see people go and see and support films like this. Because this film, if it weren't for the controversy surrounding it, would not really have been on my radar. Like, I probably would have popped in and saw it, but like, the fact that it got such a big controversy, controversies in movies seem to allow films to gather a bigger box office than they would have. I know it's not the case for every movie, but it seems to be the case with a lot of them. Joker was another one, and I would love to see Sound of Freedom win Oscars. Um, Everything here is just, they show what they need you to show. They don't make it gratuitous. They don't make it over the top. They keep it grounded with a few liberties being based on the true story, because Tim Ballard is a real man. Now, whether or not he was involved with making the film, I do not know, so I can't really comment on that. But this film is a powerful film. If you get the chance to see it, there's not much more I can say besides that. Uh, Score wise, this one's more of a 9. It's just that issue with the pacing. But the rest of the film is so well crafted that it's not too much of an issue. I can kind of overpass it. And I'm not really sure what you could cut out here. So yeah, I'm just saying. Oh yeah. The only other thing is that some of the characters' arcs aren't quite resolved. We have it with a few characters that we meet on the journey. Not everyone gets resolved, but hey, you can't resolve every character, especially when it's one character's uh, mission in this sort of film. It's just something I would have appreciated. So overall, Sound of Freedom gets a 9 out of 10. Go see it. Take your pals with you. Will you be laughing and singing along? No. Will you have a good time? Depends. Will you walk away thinking about the subject matter? More than likely. And yeah, let's just hope people see this movie. That's this video. I don't really have much else to say about Sound of Freedom. Over and out. See you in the next video.